Stand clear of the closing doors, please.
I sold my Avid. I used an Avid Pro 4896 for almost 10 years. That machine served me well. It was the CNC that I cut my teeth on. I made a lot of cool projects with it, and it did everything that I ever asked it to do. However, over the last couple of years, as I've gotten busier in the shop and was placing more and more demands on the Avid, I realized that I'd outgrown the realistic capabilities of the machine in terms of efficiency and production. I do a lot of business signage, and many of these projects are large, elaborate carvings that require long run times, several tool changes, and demand that the material be held flat. I need to turn these projects around quickly, and time lost because of setup and tool changes were becoming burdensome to me. I realized that I needed to get an industrial CNC if I was going to be competitive in this game. I shopped around and I looked at all the usual and unusual suspects, and last spring I decided to purchase a Cam Master, and I took delivery of it in August. There's an entire video on Cam Master's YouTube channel where I discuss the decision points that I considered if you'd like to watch that. But for now, the most notable improvements are the automatic tool changer, the vacuum hold down, and having a heavier, more rigid machine. I can run the Cam Master harder and more aggressively with quicker setups and tool changes. That's been a game changer in my circumstance. My Avid became part of my identity for almost a decade, and it never let me down as long as I asked it to do things within its capabilities. And I didn't just make doodads for the craft show with it, I made real-world commercial projects. I would have my Avid in the shop today if I had room for it. The new Cam Master's a beast. It's a dream machine, and I'm very fortunate to have it. And as much as this video sounds like an endorsement for Cam Master, it's also an endorsement for Avid. Through the years, Avid was very good to me, and I'm grateful for that. I have some advice to anyone wanting to get into the CNC game, learn about CNC, and prove to themselves whether or not they can really make money with it. You're probably not ready to jump into a big industrial machine and the expense associated with that, but you want to try out some of your ideas without the scary price tag. Look, there's a ton of CNCs out there available today, and some of them are pretty cheap in more ways than one. I'm not terribly impressed. My recommendation would be that you spend a little more money and get something in between the cheap version and this, something like an Avid. The Avid is capable of doing some of the light production. It's a great machine to cut your teeth on. And when you eventually upgrade to a machine like the one behind me, it's going to make that transition a whole lot easier. I can give this advice because I've lived it, and that was my journey. So to all the folks at Avid, rewinding 10 years ago, Corey, Aaron, etc., thank you for starting me on my CNC journey and for standing by me through the years. I might have changed colors, but I haven't changed teams. Thanks for watching.